Hello everyone, we just finished killing the monsters in Ryzenjima that they asked us to kill. I hate these things already. But see, this is where all the people hang out, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Pretty sure it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Just kidding, it's not.
Click the S-Rock.
Ryzenjima Sanctorium. I made a pilgrimage here once, when I was a young boy who barely came up to his father's knees. We came to purify my family's most sacred treasure, the Phoenix Blade. The two of you are quicker than a shark chasing wounded prey. And you know something, Tenzin? For such a sacred island, it sure don't have many people on it. And what's with all the black orbs floating about? I cannot say for sure. It isn't quite the emptiness, but beyond that there is no way of telling. Regardless, this island lacks a stable population because we refer to it as the Island of the Gods. As such, it is meant to remain sacrosanct. Though devout are permitted to visit, only those who tend to the sanctorium take up permanent residence.
Wait up!
Aldo, if you're late because of your seasickness again, so help me.
Gilgamesh? Putting that aside, we've managed to fulfill Iroha's request.
Lady Miro, am I to understand that Celtius' crystal waits inside? And Lady Iroha may be there as well. So what are we waiting for?
Yuki, I'm not entirely sure what people do in this area. I'm fairly certain it is, probably just, hunting rare monsters like we were doing, except stronger than what we were doing. Not that we were actually hunting rare monsters, it's just... one of them popped up. Still can't believe one popped up as our first kill. Fucking ridiculous. Alright, before we click this crystal, I want to make sure there's nothing else we have to do. Yes, we gotta examine the Ryzen crystal.
The feeling, it's indescribable. Master, vanquishing the Panops proved to be the key in restoring order to the life stream coursing through Ryzenjima.
Miro, I am now able to manipulate the crystal to its fullest, and as such, it is now possible for me to see you off on your path to meet the goddess.
Never would anyone have thought it possible to meet the goddess herself.
And the god of darkness, your other half, awaits you as well. The future now lies in your hands. Are your preparations complete? Yeah, alright.
Master, I pray for your success.
I would suspect more their job points than their merit points by this point, Helldog, but it's possible that they just jumped right to there as well. Though I suspect more people use Esha, Zeta, and Ruan for merit points. Imperial Paradox. This is such a cool looking zone. The Reckoning. That is when we made the decision to become a god of light and leave behind a world where there was Iroha and Iroha alone. We are of the same flesh, thus I am intimately familiar with all the emotions you will feel in that moment. Neither of us wish to make any sacrifices. I'll show you after, Helldog. We embarked on countless journeys, making friends and allies with each step of the way, and the day had arrived when we were becoming more than any adventurer could hope to become. And even still, we believed it. No, perhaps that is exactly why we believed it. There is no need to make sacrifice to protect what we hold dear. But the time of the reckoning was close at hand. And only when Oblivion reared its head were we finally able to understand how powerless we were. And only when Oblivion... Oh, hang on. It's the same thing. And so we made our decision. We would sacrifice ourselves to protect Iroha, that she may lead a new generation.
She's the only one left.
That decision was the reckoning. I guess our hero never learned how reproduction works. And you remained as a god of light, left to exist for countless aeons, and you realized that if you had given such an infinite amount of time before the reckoning, you would have reached a different conclusion. So you and Altana stretched forth your hands into the weave of time. Ultimately, Iroha was sent back to the past. As was I, although by a different entity entirely. But reminiscing will get us nowhere. Clouds are blowing in from all sides. Altana and I await. The only darkness left within you is your very humanity. Come to me. What do you want to do?
Romancing, right?
Let me make sure that's what we're supposed to do. Yeah, alright.
Alright.
And so, a new goddess of light is born. I welcome you both with open arms. Miro, all that thou hast done in Vana'diel, thou hast done in my name. And for that thou shalt have mine eternal gratitude. Here in Vana'diel thou hast been born and raised, learned much and accomplished more. Countless are those who sing thy praises, and numberless are those who owe thee thy very lives. I know all, I love all. So it has ever been, and so it shall ever be. But our world faces a seemingly insurmountable threat, the cloud of darkness. This world is but a speck floating amongst it. As various forces and places in the clouds of this cloud collide, whole worlds and universes are given form. For Vana'diel, everything began with one crystal. It all began with a stone. Caught betwixt the opposing forces of light and darkness, the two remained ever in balance, sometimes collaborating, others quarreling. From these clashes blew the winds of time, and thus was the cloud of darkness kept ever at bay. Yet the darkness that existed to counterbalance my light, my Promathia, disappeared. Thanks for the follow, I really appreciate it. The scales started to tip, and the winds of time stopped. But Vana'diel is a world that doth not yield so easily. On the surface of the world, people and entities are varying allegiances met. Fuck you, Doc Mac. They bonded, they clashed, and the winds of time moved once more. But if the cloud of darkness is consuming all, then the winds must be no more than a harmless breeze. Thou art correct. The endless conversations Promathia and I had, though none of them were direct, caused the winds to churn and aether to swirl. It's interesting to mention aether. Thou art both fledgling gods, and cannot hope to bring balance to the world through discourse alone. Then what hope do we have? You must not converse, you must collide. Struggle against each other with all thy might. And then the winds will blow fiercely once more. And that is why our reckoning was insufficient. Now what? Commence the reckoning. What do you want to do?
Commence.
Alright.
I should have worn this transmog.
A small portion of my power I shall bestow unto thee. Go forth. If this is the only path left before us, then let our clash cause a storm that will ring throughout the ages. The time is nigh. Oh, they look like Promathia.
We don't get a special form.
I never actually watched Sengoku Basara, Yukio, so I have no idea what that is. I'll have to take a look at it. It has changed a lot since Change of Promathia. Nicotine. Those people were all characters that you meet through Rise of Zillert, Chains of Promathia, Treasures of Ergen, Wings of the Goddess, and Seekers of Adelaide. Since you stopped after Chains of Promathia, I assume that you played Rise of the Zillard. So you missed Treasures of Ergen, Wings of the Goddess, and... Okay, so examine the Transcendental Radiance and the Imperial Paradox. Enter the battlefield, the Winds of Time. Defeat this dude. Okay, so it says here, easily soloable at item level 118 with trusts. Do not rely on Balamal's magical auto-attacking. It still counts as physical damage for this fight and will not bypass the invincible effect. Not that easily soloable. Ensure that you have a item level 119 weapon and some food to help. It says at the top, easily soloable. Alright. He still uses the same attacks as Promathia. He casts Meteor, so you'll be ready with some heals on hand, Silly, and we should be okay. Has an anime and a PS3 game. Interesting. Is this where we go? No, I won't use this device. I don't think that's where we go. Maybe? My guess is as good as mine. There's a Mystic Retriever in a dimensional portal. Okay, let's go up. Oh, you're gonna wear the,
Oh, this is the thing. Hang on. I was wrong.
Okay, well, while Silly's doing that, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. Keep the stream entertained in the meantime.
Oh, yeah, me? Of course. Always. There it is. I did it. Sengoku Basara. I haven't played that either. Yet. Or something. What's the stats on the green suit? Okay, well, the green suit probably has no stats. It's a frog, and it's just for cosmetic value. So what you do is you create a equipment set under the macro function to make yourself look however you want, and that's what Miro did. Chose to use the green coat.
Yes, the Pirogo coat. That's not actually what I'm using, as Silly probably just explained. I'm using the Haste Chat Cyclist 1, which is, as you can see, item level 119. I'm not sure if there's better than that. There probably is. But that's what I got.
What? How's that person? Oh, flee.
Alright, let's...
How they're running so fast.
Let's try to go up here, I guess.
Okay. Can't click on anything, but... Oh, no, I can't move. Okay, there we go.
Okay, this takes us back to the Garden of Ruhamet, so that's not where we want to be.
Alright.
Not where we want to be. They left us in the area we gotta be, I guess. There is a home point here, though, so if we ever have to come back for whatever reason, it was good to come up there and realize that. We want to descend, I guess. It should give you an option to, like, it should pop up with one.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm guessing we run forward? We're in the Imperial
So.
Paradox. Okay, so it says examine the transcendental radiance in the Imperial Paradox. Okay, so where's the transcendental radiance?
Or you gotta keep walking through.
Ah, yes. Okay, so this guy, like I said, is pretty much just like Chains of Promathia, or Promathia, except he hits harder. You cannot enter the battlefield at the present. Wait, please wait longer. I want to enter now. Because these people are trying to get in? Well, looks like the game insists on making us wait. There's like 50 people here, what the fuck? People are probably doing the same thing I'm doing. Oh, somebody got in. I wonder if they're in the same fight as us.
I don't know.
Oh, somebody else got in. I love the clink clink sound every time I do this.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Maybe there's just a cooldown.
Maybe. You serious? You're on Seraph, maybe you can start? Maybe. annoying. You know what? I'm gonna equip my other ring that I have not had on.
Good idea. Well, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
Weapon skill accuracy +5, weapon skill damage +3%. I'll take it. Oh, might be letting me in. We are on Ashura, the winds of time. You ready, silly?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm choo-choo. Who should I use as my last one? You want Joachim, Olmia, or Arciela?
I don't know.
Alright, I'm gonna use Joachim.
Where are you going over there? Oh, it's coming for you.
In the hopes that Choo will... Yes, okay, so that worked. Hopefully. At least Koromaru and Joachim will hopefully be out of the range of his attacks. He's got about 100,000 health, apparently.
He doesn't like you.
He does not. Oh, that was rude. He does have an invincibility that he puts up. I might be able to punch through it. I am cursed. Fuck. Can you open a skill chain when you get a chance?
Hang on, let me pick that curse off here. Let's see if I can.
And you did.
Nice, nice. Alright, give me a moment here. I need 3 seconds anyway, so... Oh, nice.
I don't know if I want to stay near him.
You want to wait for 15 seconds or so, right? You have the debuffs, right?
Yep. Might as well hit him with everything we got, so... once that wears off, throw one up. Ah, yes, you haven't played for that. I'll explain that in a second, Nicotine. Here he goes. Here, have 11,000 damage. That was pretty good. Fuck you, stop hitting me. If these guys don't heal me soon, it'd be nice if I got something.
You will.
I'm not getting any TP now, though.
No, our TP has been
Ah, I see.
nullified for a few seconds.
Yeah, he's immune now. Okay. Formless strikes. Maybe I can punch through that. Yes, I can. Fuck you. Haha. Oh, he stuns me.
Isn't like that.
He's like, what? Punch through my immunity? Fuck you. Eat shit, buddy. You thought you could be invincible?
Nice.
I put a stop to that.
We did it. We beat the game. Maybe.
I don't know how long that took, but it definitely wasn't the record.
Definitely.
Nope. Alright, probably
Close
does.
enough.
And so thou hast brought a raging storm back to Vana'diel. It twists and churns, time borne upon its back. Perhaps the winds of time had dissipated the coming cloud. Gaze upwards, Miro, to the pristine skies above, where a shining future awaits. We have fulfilled our roles as goddesses of light and dark, and Vana'diel no longer has need of us. Let us return to what we once were. As life and death are part of one grand cycle, so too are light and darkness. The winds within us will blow forever and on. Whether we are as two or one, it matters not. And as we return to humanity, one contradictory truth remains unshaking. Humanity is both complete and incomplete. And now a brighter future will come, one which requires no price to be paid. Miro, thy light and thy darkness have intertwined as one to disperse the clouds that threaten to engulf the land. Vana'diel shall remain whole, now and forever, and Iroha shall... No. Actually, you can voice this, silly. What is... that tiny...
Lady Miro, is it true? Is the nightmare over?
I knew that our faith in you was not misplaced.
I tell ya, I was sweating bullets hoping everything turned out all right, which I guess it did. The winds began to rage and howl, and I was for sure it was the end. So I looked up at the sky, and there was a huge crash. I'd bet my bottom hill that everyone all across Vana'diel, not just those here in Ryzenjima, felt the violent shaking.
The explosion we saw far above, that was you, wasn't it?
Words cannot describe the awe I felt. A fierce struggle between twin goddesses, one of light and one of darkness, to decide the fate of the future. Truly a test of the ages. If that means we got no cloud to worry about, then I'd say your mission ended in a rousing success.
If anyone would be happy to hear your ultimate decision saved the world, it'd be Iroha.
I nearly forgot. Lady Iroha, where is she? If the goddess permits it, she may be able to join us once more, without the suffering she has had to endure in previous incarnations. Master, your helpless disciple stands before you once more. Roha. Haven't seen you looking that good since ever. Sir Gilgamesh, everyone, seeing you stand here safe is the greatest present I could ever received. Lady Iroha, were it not for your guidance, none of us could have survived the trials posed to us. This calls for a celebration, a grand feast the likes of which Vana'diel has never seen. Oh, Sir Tenzin, ever the bobblehead. Bobblehead? Ah, but how I long for fresh air. Then let us take stock of the island.
Well, there's scary monsters out there.
Now that the threat posed by the cloud of darkness is no more, I know not how long I shall be able to remain here. I am only able to maintain a physical form at all thanks to the life stream, which you worked so hard to stabilize. And how I long to gaze upon a peaceful world with you. This gentle breeze is more comforting than I could have ever imagined. At long last I am able to gaze upon a Vana'diel whose future is bright and full of hope. I witnessed all that transpired above while I was held in the crystal's embrace. And though millions have reason to offer you their thanks, I hope that you will take mine to heart. Your decision, the reckoning, brought us back from the brink of ruin. And both the present and future owe you a tremendous debt of gratitude. You gained dominion over light and darkness, shouldered the burdens of the world, and nonetheless emerged victorious. You wound the ancient clock, and in so doing assured that all would live on. People, beastmen, plants, animals, everything. People are susceptible to the winds of light and darkness, and so help maintain the precious balance our world needs. Master, I shall never forget the first lesson you taught me when I became your apprentice. Never give up. This teaching has stayed with me throughout all the trials and tribulations I went through in the future, even at the very end when I was left alone with no one to lean on. And you showed me that your lessons were more than just words, for never once did you falter, even though the future I showed you was one filled with despair. I know you will always be there for us. The light I saw in your eyes then is the same as it is now. Those self-same eyes showed me the path I must walk, and I shall never forget how your training helped light the way. Master, are you proud of how far I have come?
You've done better than I had hoped. You still have a ways to
Still
go.
a long ways to go.
Let's say the first option. We're nice.
Once again, your words move me. I will sleep better knowing you have faith in me.
Rosalicia's plump home.
Our bonds have grown closer than ever before. I fear I am not long for this time. Though we must never forget the past, I would ask you to look toward the future, a brighter future.
What do? Stay or leave? You stay.
Stay? Master, please walk ever forward so that you may come to lead me on the correct path.
Alright.
Fine. But thou must!
But thou must. True Dragon Quest stuff right there. Fucking Aurora died again. Jesus, she dies more than Kenny.
Yeah, right?
Rhapsody and Ocker. And a cipher of Iroha's alter ego. Didn't we already have that? I guess not.
Nope.
Give me a sec. I want to see if there's any Japanese midnights that we have to do.
Oh boy.
Rhapsody and Ocker gives us 30% bonus to experience and limit points. 30% bonus to unit accolade gains 3. Players will see the following temporary items upon entry when you go into the Walk of Echoes now. It's a whole bunch of fucking items. Wildkeeper Reeves. Cost of key items for participation decreased to 15,000 bailed instead of 30,000.
Ooh.
Cost of receiving services from the various coalitions decreased to the same level they would be if the coalition was fully edified. Interesting. And additional stuff is for sale from the curio removals. Alright, now let's go on ahead here and see. We should do the next one. Oh, well, apparently there is a fast way to rise in Geneva Sanctorium.
Oh.
Going to the Garden of Ruhum at home point 1, descend the nearby elevator, and then use the dimensional portal. However,
Doesn't seem that much faster.
it is faster because we don't have to run all the way across Lothian Plateau.
You act like that's a problem.
Alright, let's go turn in our cipher. I gotta equip my warp ring, and then we gotta go into the Mog House. I don't want to get this accidentally, so...
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain some stuff here. First, they added in something called trusts. Trusts, I'm gonna show you here in a sec, actually. You get these items called ciphers, like the cipher Iroha here. And what you do is you use it, you bring it to an NPC, you trade it to them, and you can then summon a version of that NPC to come help you. And each one has various bonuses and effects that they can do. A lot of them are shown via... I'm waiting for the home point to spawn here. There we go. I don't know where the NPC is in in Winders or Bastok. I only know where it is in Sandoria because that's the one we started with. And all of the trusts tend to be people that you've met throughout the game, Nicotine, if you're still there. But yeah, they got little symbols beside their name that kind of tell you what role they play ish. Oh, it's giving me a cutscene.
Oh no.
So when you get to Southern Sandoria, it might give you one.
Mm-hmm.
So you can start when you're ready.
The future should have changed, and I should have been dissolved into nothingness. Yet the crystal's clarion song has ceased, and the cloud of darkness threatens the world once more.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is, if I go into Magic, it has Trust down here. Trust has like these little symbols. These little harp or bell are usually just bards of some sort, usually, or some other form of helpful NPC. Koromoru and King of Hearts seem to be the exception to that, and that there are red mages. So I guess red mages are also included in that. These bells are a little different. They help you, but they can't be attacked. They level up as you do. So if you're going through a long bout of leveling, just resummon them and they get stronger. And they'll always be stronger than you. Except at 119 when you might, or at level 99 when you have higher than 119 gear, you might overtake them then. The staff means that they're casters. The sword means that they're melee fighters, and the shield means that they are tanks. But yeah, you get a lot of them, as you can see, and they're all people that you run into throughout the game. But if you need new trust, you get those ciphers, and you take them to Gondabad here. Gondabode. Trade that to him. He knows not one whit about that person. There we go. And now we can summon Iroha. So there's lots that you can do. You can get, if you decided to play again, for example, you have Records of Eminence now. They're you go to quests here, and there's something called Records of Eminence, and these are all the ones I currently am tracking. But you got a big list here, and if you go into the tutorial and go to Basics, as you do these, it'll give you alter egos, free alter egos, an entire party's worth, really. But there's a whole bunch of things there here that you get bonuses for. So if you, like I just did this one here. I just got Rune Fencer. Look at that. I got a whole bunch of Sparks of Eminence and that. You can spend Sparks of Eminence to buy gear, so it's easy to gear your characters up now. All you gotta do is do a little bit of farming. This goes to Moghouse Silly, because that might be the cutscene they were talking about, but they said enter the Moghouse, so I want to make sure that we do it. Nope, nothing. Okay, so that was probably the cutscene. So next week we are almost done. We are quite literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters away from being done.
Okay, I didn't get a cutscene.
Neither did I.
Must have been just zoning in.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go into here. Alright, so Helldog, you still there? I'm gonna stop my recording here though. Thanks for viewing, everyone. See you in the next video.